back to the channel. Today I'm just going to change my fuel filter. Kind of looks like something like that. It's right underneath the gas tank. It's actually attached to the bottom of the gas tank. Just gonna have to take that off. Put it on the table here with a blanket. You don't want to scratch it. You don't need much for it to do with. All you need is a 10 mil socket or wrench, either one. I like to use a block of wood to prop up my tank so when I'm taking off all the electrical connections. Makes it easier than trying to hold it up and do it with one hand. So let me it'd be wise to have a blanket over the front of the tank too. You don't want to scratch it. So let's move the camera and take the tank off. Gotta take the seat off, of course. First, you gotta take off your two 10 mil bolts. If you haven't taken a tank off before, it's not hard. It's a little easier if you have less gas in it, but not a big deal. There's our bolts. Take your block of wood or whatever else you're going to use. I've been using this block of wood every time I take the tank off. I have to pull it back slightly, then put it up. Okay, we got our two small hoses. One's an overflow, one goes to evaps. Our connection for the fuel. It's got a tab in the front. Pull that off. There's one more electric connection that goes to the your sensor in the fuel tank. Tells you how much gas you have. That's you just gotta push that little tab. Yeah, you push the tab in the front. There's a little tab on the switch to get it apart. Come on. There you go. Looks like that. It's green. Last connection you have is the fuel hose with the quick disconnects on it. This one I find a little tricky sometimes. There's little tabs on the side, two sides. You push in to get it off. Yep, and get a rag ready though. When that comes off, it's gonna leak a little. Not a lot, just a little. Usually I'm not filming when I'm doing this. There we go. Got to push those tabs in and pull it out. That's all our connections underneath there. Now we can take the tank off and put it on our workbench. Take our wood out. Gonna have to pull it back, then out, then up. Just got those little rubber things in the front that your tank hooks onto. There you go. Okay, here's our gas tank. Right here's our fuel filter. It has it's clipped onto this little clip that's on part of the fuel sensor. Just pull it up. Like that. You might have noticed that it looks slightly different than one I got in my hand. New one. That's because this rubber piece is reusable. All that does is hold the fuel filter up inside the tank. It doesn't hang down. This also has quick disconnects on it too. One on each side. Get your rag and disconnect it. There's one. Now the manual says the change is 12,000 miles or 30 months. Mine is over both of those. I got 26,000 miles. Not 20. What am I talking about? 29,000 miles on mine. And it's just 3 years now this month. Yeah, I got gas coming out of the overflow. That's why you should have less gas in there when you try to do this. I'm gonna have to prop that up. All right. Fuel stopped coming out of the hose because I propped up the back of the tank to hold it above. So when you do this, have less gas in it than I do. Then you won't have that problem. Now we gotta take this other part off it. It's just rubber. All right. I must have it underneath all this stuff here. My new one. Nope, it fell on the floor. Oh man. Gotta get this on real quick. Now it goes in this direction. The elbow goes on facing the front. And this thing has got to go like that. There's a positive click when you get it in there right. I'm sure you could have heard that right now. I wrote on here, silver magic marker, the mileage and the month I'm changing this, just so further down the line I know when I did it. Oh. This rubber piece has an arrow on it. It should be facing that way. Not that it really matters, because their fuel pump has an arrow pointing out of this port. So I could change this around just to be right, in case it's in the dealer and they look at that and go weird. Geez, the other one came out pretty easy. There it is. I mean, it wouldn't matter to me, but they have an arrow pointing out towards the elbow, which is the way the fuel comes out. Nice positive clicks. Now we got that little rubber slit that slides in on the holder on the fuel sender. Get my fuel line. There you go. This is the one that goes to the tank. That's pretty much it from this side. We can put it back already. This is a job anybody can do. It's not hard. Just have less fuel in it than I did, so you don't have a mess. But now we can put it back on. Our side panel back on. All ready. All right, time to start her up. It works. Of course it works. $29,134 miles I have on this bike. So that's how you change the fuel filter in your 650. Just don't have a full tank of gas though. Not hard. The fuel filter cost me $21.99 from a place down in Texas. I'll leave a link. I'll leave the website in the comments. I got other stuff from them once when I had the oil pressure sensor that's underneath here. Actually, it's on this side. I had a leak that I got it from there also. Faster than trying to get it from Royal Enfield, really. But that's it. That's how you change your fuel filter. If this was useful, leave a like, and I'll make some more. Bye for now.